Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Welcome back to hell. Today at Herb Oracle, we're going to be hanging out with the trees, asking our tree guides, what do you want to talk about today? So on Thursdays, I have dedicated it this year to hanging out with the trees. Has proven to be pretty awesome, but intense. So I'm kind of like, I hope you're ready for this. So I drank some coffee. I have my Throat Friend generic soother tea from Walmart. I went to Walmart yesterday. They're acting like psychotic communists, like trying to force everybody to wear a mask. I didn't. Then last night I'm watching this kind of like exposure video of like all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world and the child trafficking, and well, Walmart and Amazon were kind of being called out. So I'm going to be so sad. I'm going to be so sad if my generic throat soother, Throat Friend tea has been supporting things that are illegally, immorally, just the wrongest. Anyways, that's me this morning. I had a pretty good night's sleep. Fell asleep to that video actually, and then I woke up. I always hate when I wake up and I didn't take my phone off the Wi-Fi or put it on airplane mode. Like, I'm like, dang it, I radiated my head all night. So usually I'm pretty good about that, but I must have been tired. A little grocery shopping with your two young teenage girls will tire you out. And then I did rabbit cages right before I went to bed. That was disgusting and wore me out. And I'm like, hello, universe. Are you listening? Can you hear me? When is my rabbit karma going to be completed? Like, when can I be done with the rabbits? It was just really a gross time. Now, a beautiful thing that happened yesterday is I got my order from Anne's Backyard Herbals, and I'm excited to give a gift to my neighbor of a lotion bar and some rollerball perfume. And remember yesterday how I was joking about, like, now Sadie, that lotion bar is not for you. Well, as the universe has a way of taking care of me, and she knew it was me, and she put in a little lotion bar for me. So I got my wish. I got my wanting. Now I don't have to decide whether or not I'm giving it as a gift or not. I get one too. And she also sent me a violet flower essence that she made, and I love that she's doing this. And she even has an affirmation on the bottle. You can find her at Anne's Backyard Herbal. Is it Herbal or Herbals? Anne's Backyard Herbal, I believe. And you use this violet flower essence when needed, half a dropper under the tongue, and let it sit 2 to 5 seconds and swallow. Then say this affirmation: I release fear and look to the light. I release fear and look to the light. So I love it. Violet flower essence. I release fear and look to the light. So thank you so much, Anne. I love you, green sister, my herbal sister. She is awesome. All right, and she is so smart, you guys. Like, if you think I'm smart, she's like actually really, really smart. So, and she's got a blog, and she makes monographs and herbs and all types of herbal offerings on her Etsy. And I believe the name of her blog or website is Aspiring Herbalist. So anyways, check out Anne. If you have trouble finding her, just reach out to me, and I will lead the way to Anne's Backyard Herbal. Okay, what else did I want to tell you? Anything else? We manifested more inspiration yesterday. That turned out okay. And then before that, we did tarot. And then, our herb of the week is mugwort. So we got tons of cards for mugwort, tons of affirmations. I rearranged the cards on my desk this morning so that, I wasn't looking at it's a stack of cards. So now I rearranged it so that the Pentacles, was that the 5? Yeah, 5 of Pentacles is up now. The Mugwort Freedom, the Mugwort Plant Spirit Oracle, to really just sort of remind or activate certain and different things within mugwort for me. So great affirmations. I was reading them this morning on my fridge because I print out the affirmations. You can too on my Patreon page. And I was reading them and I was thinking kind of to myself how the mugwort affirmations reminded me also of elder affirmations. So I don't know, I was sort of thinking of elder this morning when I was reading mugwort's affirmations. So let's do those now. Then I'll grab the Soul Trees Oracle and the Celtic Tree Oracle and the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle, and we'll just see what the trees want to talk about. Hopefully something interesting and fun. But, hey, it's up to them. So if they want to be boring trees, they're allowed, but they haven't been yet. So anyways, here's to mugwort. I did chew on some mugwort the other day, and if I want to get out there and get some leaf for tincture, I should do it before lunch because we're going to have thunderstorms, I guess, all afternoon and evening, which I'm supposed to go to ladies' night. They're having another birthday party for another one of the ladies, not me, right? Everyone knows my ego trip this year. All birthdays get a party apparently at ladies' night except mine. But it's fine. I'm not resentful at all. As a matter of fact, I have the perfect affirmation. If I do start to feel resentful, I got it from my new friend Flossie. She says, to say, I cast this burden into the Christ within and I go free. And I can be very specific. I cast this burden of resentment into the Christ within and I go free. So it's kind of like one of those give it over to God, or let Jesus handle this for you, or let Jesus take this away. But here's the thing, it's not like you're giving it out to Jesus. You're casting it within yourself to the Christ within, because that's where that transmutative energy resides. So I cast this burden on the Christ within, right? Because that energy is going to take this away and handle this for you. And I go free, and you get to go free. So if you find yourself ever feeling resentful or anger, this is a good one for anger too. Please, I do not want to feel angry. I cast this burden of anger. I cast this burden of anger on the Christ within, and I go free. So you're telling your subconscious, release, detach. We are not getting into that. We are going to be free in light and love, bitches. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our magical herb of the week, mugwort, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I am intuitive. I listen to the guidance of my dreams and hunches. I can see clearly. I never miss a trick. I integrate all aspects of my multidimensional consciousness. I am body and spirit. I am light and dark. I am flowing and honoring the cycles of life. I am intuitive. I listen to the guidance of my dreams and hunches. I can see clearly. I never miss a trick. I integrate all aspects of my multidimensional consciousness. I am body and spirit. I am light and dark. I am flowing and honoring the cycles of life. So be it. All right, so thank you, Mugwort. I am flowing and honoring the cycles of life. I am light and dark, and I really am going to stop complaining. That is my goal now in my whole entire life. Like, only see the good, only talk about the good, only speak what I want to manifest. So that means I got to quit talking about missed birthday parties. Hey, I'm just saying, we really missed out this year with my birthday in 2020 because I also got divorced. We could have had a dual party. We could have had a happy birthday, happy divorce party. That only ever happens every so often. I'm just saying, we missed out on this party. All right, and I'm done. I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free. I cast this burden of being a judgmental bitch on the Christ within, and I go free. But I would love the universe to send me friends who wanted to celebrate with me. Okay, Soul Trees. This is a great deck by Allison Williams Yee. I also got this on Etsy. I love shopping on Etsy. I loved buying directly from people, and this whole Walmart, Amazon, child trafficking involvement thing really makes me think, okay, so where am I supposed to buy my groceries? Like, where am I supposed to buy all this stuff that I guess I need? Maybe I don't need it, but it's like, I do love the Parents' Choice butt wipes at Walmart. Dollar General, or are your hands clean, or is like everyone involved in craziness in the world? It's like, just tell me where I'm supposed to shop for my butt wipes, okay? Just tell me where I'm supposed to shop. Okay, so we asked this deck, what do you want to talk about? I should have had it shuffled, sorry. Now you have to listen to this. So what are your Thursday plans? I was thinking I should record a tarot podcast over at Herbal Marie, since the last podcast I left hanging over there was a wild edibles. Sorry about that. Like, I even was surprised. I was like, oh my God, was that the last one I did? Those are sassy. Those podcasts are sassy. So yeah, I need to go over there because guess what? This is exciting. We're doing the Herbal Tarot for Herbal Marie, and we're on the last card of the Major Arcana. Or is it Arcana? Arcana? I don't know. You know me in words. But anyways, we're on the last card. I think it's the World or something. And then we'll get into the first suit. I don't know if it's cups or wands or swords or what we're doing. But anyways, that means we're moving along. We're making progress on the herbal journey through the Herbal Tarot, and it's awesome. Like, I mean, it has been so good and awesome for me, and they're quite the popular podcast. All right, so I love you, trees. Did you notice any trees this morning? Mine are all swaying in the wind. I guess the one that I noticed the most was the one pear tree, because I was like, dang, I wish I would have chopped off, like, flat topped you. It's so tall now. Good, I'm happy for it. But I was noticing the pear tree and then this little maple tree that planted itself pretty close to this pear tree, like on the outskirts, and it's going to be growing curvy because it could have given itself a little bit more room. All right, what do the trees want to talk about? I'm going to tornado these cards. I'm going to tornado spiral and really mess them up. All right, let's settle down. I mean, we are hanging out with the trees. I just feel like spiraling again. I don't know why. Okay. So what do the trees want to talk about today? Do we have a theme going on in our lives this week? Do we have a theme in the world again? Do we have do we have any topics, any questions that we'd like to ask the trees? We don't normally ask the trees any specific questions. We usually just leave it up to the trees. But as we hang out with the trees more and more, you know, and we create those sacred groves inside of our heads that they asked us to do. So whether physically being in a grove of trees or just a sacred grove that we can go in our mind any time of the day, as we connect with the energies of the trees more and more, they connect to us. So it's not really that we have to maybe speak out loud our questions, but as our energies become familiar with each other, they may just have the insight and inkling to talk about things that are on our mind. So that's why it's like, do you have anything that you're thinking about? Maybe the trees will pick up on that and give us some solid tree wisdom. All right, let's ask the tree guides. What would you like to talk about today? Or do you just want Sadie to shuffle the cards forever? What do you want to talk about today? Okay, there's one card. 2 cards. Whoa. A bunch of cards fall on the floor and communication flips up and I see it right away. All right, now, as I put the deck down, I just want to tell you that on the top and bottom of the deck is birth and rebirth. So I'm just going to have to grab those 2. All right, I'm going to put those up at the top. They're reversed. Birth and rebirth. Isn't that funny? Birth and rebirth. And what's kind of funny is I was like, is there any theme in the world that's happening again? So it's like birth and rebirth, birth and rebirth. Oh, we're born, now we're reborn. New day, another new day. Birth and rebirth, birth and rebirth. Okay, and this coming in with a communication tree. And then we had these 2 that came out. We have trees everywhere. We have 2 that I picked, and then I actually have like 4 on the floor. Are we going to honor all of these? Okay, this wasn't my plan at all. The 2 that I picked are expansion and transformation reversed. Okay, and then on the floor, 2 of them are upright. The beginning and assurance. I'm going to put those over here on the left. Okay, we're making a sacred grove here. And then we have, oh my God, there's 4. There's actually 4 more. The one was actually 3 cards. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have heal, heart, and spirit. We have possibilities. We have adventure and action. Oh my goodness. I don't even... Okay. This looks so cool, but I'm running out of room. Like, how far away can I put you, and can you still hear me? Okay, I have made, without trying, a friggin' sacred grove of trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trees. And they're in a half circle with the communication tree in the half circle. Okay, at the top. This is just, they just came so perfectly like this, like on the desk here. This is so cool. All right, trees, I'm impressed with us because I didn't plan this. I didn't ever see this in my mind really, and I love this. I love this so much. Okay, so they're like, yeah, you're gonna honor all these cards because you literally can read them and they just make sense what's going on. Okay, fine. So it's like, yeah, we've got this birth, we've got this rebirth, this incredible, expansive expansion, transformation. Just unbelievable, unlimited possibilities right now for humanity and for you. It seems so big. It seems like, oh my God, here we go again. It seems like the beginning. It seems like a reversed adventure at times. And the trees are here with assurance and with communication that yes, it is going to be okay. We do need to take action. And what is that action? Heal the heart and spirit. So for 11 cards, it's a pretty direct layout. Now what's super interesting is from left, like the left side of the trees are more violet, I would say, and on the right they're more blue, yet they all match. All the trees are either blue or violet. So it's like Archangel Michael and also the violet ray or the violet flame of transmutation. So much so. There's some pink up in birth and rebirth, but the colors, like there's no orange, there's really no red or yellow. There's a little bit of gold with the transformation and with the violet tree, but the violet is more, I mean, it's a gold-plated violet tree. It's not like, there's really no other colors like the reds and yellows. There's blue, there's violet, and there's some green in the background in the trees, but it's just like, and there's some white, but it's very interesting how they're all like the same color. Very Archangel Michael. So communication. Communication. Wow. Listening. Quieting down. Understanding that this birth and rebirth is a new beginning. And really the only thing that the trees are saying that we need to do and focus on is healing our heart and spirit. And taking action when it seems right. Trying to enjoy the adventure. It's upside down, but it's also kind of on its side because it's at the bottom of this half circle. So it's like sometimes we're enjoying this and sometimes we're not, right? Transformation also is reversed. It's not really easy, right? The birth, here's what's reversed. Here's the challenge. Transformation, birth, rebirth, healing the heart and spirit. And the adventure card is also reversed. So it's like we could be having more fun with this transformation, or we could be looking at it, from a little bit of a different perspective. But sometimes it's just hard because we're like trying to transform and be rebirthed, a new birth, a new beginning, at the same time doing our healing work. So it's not like, oh, we do our healing work and then we have our new beginning. No, it's like it's starting, like we're like in the process of birth and rebirth, and along the way, as we're in motion, as we're in action, we're continuing on our heart healing and our spirit healing. The trees look so cool like this. Part of me just wants to leave it like this. I'm like, all right, that's it. That's our message. Good luck. Now 11 trees in this sacred grove that has just unfolded so easily and magically on my desk. Interesting. Number 11, what does that make you think of? Metatron, alignment, 1111. So 11 trees here. And now we're going to pull a couple cards here to see what we can expand on this communication card. So yeah, communication makes me think 11 with your higher self, right? Opening yourself up to more communication. Of course, yes, in your life, but also what can help you with your own personal expansion? What can help you with your own personal healing and transformation? What kind of communication can you foster within yourself? The communication tree is like, high-fiving branches with the birth and rebirth tree that are right beside each other because one was on the bottom of the deck and one was on the top. That may be one of the coolest things ever to me. All right, so in this sacred grove, I would have room, just letting my decks know, I would have a nice little bit of room to have 2 cards from the wisdom of the trees, and then we'll put a Celtic tree right under the communication tree. Okay. If not, I need to drive to IKEA and buy a bigger desk and put it together real quick. All right, here we go. Communication. That's kind of just like what I feel like I want to expand on. We do have the expansion card. We have the assurance tree. We have the beginning, heal the heart and spirit, transformation, possibilities, action, adventure. Dang, all these trees are just definitely in cahoots with each other, in harmony, within similar focus. Yes, that's how a good way to describe it. These trees are all within similar focus, and that kind of explains to us how certain collective consciousnesses work. Like I have my consciousness, you have yours. We can merge them for a similar focus, a similar project, if you will. So a lot of times the non-physical consciousnesses come together with a similar focus. All right, so, oh my gosh, here's our two cards, one off the bottom, one just, it was popping up anyways. Okay, so we've got pomegranate and black elder. Pomegranate and black elder. All right, so interesting because, why is that interesting? That's interesting because I said that the mugwort affirmations reminded me so much of elder. So here is elder, and here is pomegranate. We have definitely gotten these two cards before. Now, pomegranate was kind of reversed coming up, and it's kind of reminding me that I did see that it was kind of reversed, so I'm actually gonna honor that, just because even though I love it upright, I love it, it's saying no, it's reversed. It was reversed because there is some work to do with you going into your darkness a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Just like our violet flower essence from Anne's Backyard Herbals said, I release fear and look to the light. Okay, but the reason we need that affirmation is because in order to do our heart healing and heal spirit work, we do have to look at the shadow. All right, so pomegranate reversed. Both of these have a maroon border, and pomegranate inversed wants us to stay focused on positive and constructive thoughts. All right, see, that is perfect. That's what we're trying to do when we hang out with our new friend Florence Scovel Shin. Flossie is giving us lots of new ways of thinking with affirmations, and I was thinking last night to myself, in the middle of not thinking positive, I was like, wow, you're still thinking negative garbage. And then I told myself, yeah, and you know what you haven't done? You really haven't been as consistent and deliberate and repetitive as you need to be with your affirmations. Like, yeah, you wrote them down and you read them a few times, but you're not repeating them 100 times all through the day. And apparently that's what it's going to take for me, for some of them to be ingrained and imprinted so clearly on my subconscious. So I called myself out on that last night. So I am going to try harder. I'm going to try easier. I'm going to try more consistently to stay focused on positive and constructive thoughts. And yeah, in order for that to work for me, I guess at this point I do have to be almost like pretty much obnoxious and be like, take 20 minutes here, take 20 minutes there, or 10 minutes every hour, or 5 minutes every hour, and say them out loud. Again, read them, even if it's just like me narrating, until I start to believe them. So stay focused on positive and constructive thoughts. Do not let yourself be sidetracked or held back by fears and negative emotions. Trust that all will be well and that you are being guided in the perfect direction for you. So that is pomegranate reversed. And we'll come back to that here in a second, but I just want to get the quick message from Black Elder too with this cup of tea. The flowers, the black elder flowers is what is being highlighted in this picture. And she says, trust in the abundance of the world around you. Concentrate on everything that you want to attract in your life, feeling and thinking as though you already have it. Give thanks for your many blessings. And now see, yesterday, I was thinking so much, like, the reason that, Walmart irritated me is people's participation in it. So anytime we participate in something, we're saying that's okay. We're giving it a vote. And I really want to only participate in things that I want to manifest in the world. So Black Elder is saying, right, and what do you want to manifest for yourself? Abundance, everything that you want to attract, and all the blessings. You want to manifest even more blessings. So concentrate on everything that you want to attract, not on the things that annoy you, Sadie. Right? You want to focus on the good, focus on the good, focus on the good. Feeling and thinking as though you already have it. Right? So it's like, I am abundant. I am thankful for my abundance. I am so thankful for the abundance of love in my life. And then give thanks for all the blessings that you see and feel. And yeah, get into it. Like, I feel like pomegranate reversed and black elder is like, make it some tea, eat some pomegranate fruit. The fruit's cut in half. You can see a star. Like a star in the middle of the pomegranate. When you slice it like that, that's very beautiful. So yeah, it's like, get into the mindset that you cannot even be swayed. You are in your own world more than you ever have been. You're in your own world so much, you're just repeating these affirmations and thinking about what you love and being completely delusional to the problems going on around you. But that is what you need to rebirth. That is what you need to heal your heart. That is what you need to constantly give yourself assurance so you can ease into the expansion, so that this transformation and these possibilities can be birthed. So the actions you need to take are staying positive, staying focused, having constructive thoughts, giving thanks for your blessings. Do not let yourself be sidetracked or held back by fears and negative emotions. I deny this fear. I cast this fear into the Christ within, and I go free. And I focus on manifesting my destiny. I focus on what I want, on what I love, again and again and again. So where did it go? Pomegranate and black elder working together. I love it so much. Okay, actually, I don't even have to look for it. They're on the page, like one's on page 71 and one's on page 72. So 8 and 9. So I want to just read the messages from the Devas. The pomegranate Deva says, I am the fruit of the underworld, and I will guide you on your inner journey as you enter the rich realms of your unconscious. I can help you to interpret your dreams and to gain a deeper understanding of the world around you. So pomegranate, I feel like pomegranate and mugwort are definitely friends. Like, pomegranate and mugwort definitely hang out. like, you know, in the dream realm, in the underworld realm, in the mystery realm, right? In the understanding and yeah, the understanding of the mysteries. Mugwort and pomegranate are definitely all about that inner journey. So the ancient Greeks associated pomegranate with death and rebirth, which is very interesting because it's pretty much directly under the rebirth tree. And we get this a lot. We hang out so much with Persephone, right? Who was lured into the underworld by Hades and tricked her into eating the pomegranate seeds. So that means that every winter she had to spend winter with him. And then, yeah, that's why we have winter, because it goes into mourning. They're mourning the loss of their sweet Persephone. And then when she reemerges into the world each spring, then the plants start to grow again. Now, the bark of the pomegranate tree, the rind, the seeds, and the juice of the fruits are all used in Ayurveda medicine. So pomegranate really, really does want us to use our intuition and our instincts. Our intuition and our instincts. It's definitely friends with mugwort. I am intuitive. I tune in to the major themes in my life. So that's so funny that I was asking you if there was a theme in your life and a theme in the world again, because that's what pomegranate says. Use your intuition and your instincts to tune into the major themes of your life. You got to notice what is reoccurring, because the major themes that come up again and again and again, they're coming up for you to heal them. They're coming up for you to transmute them, to transform them. Okay? They're coming up because you have more possibilities within those realms, and these reoccurring themes are now asking for your action. Okay? Oh, I know you're like, dang it. I'm staring at the adventure card while I'm saying this, because it's like, if something keeps coming up again and again and again for you, you best put on your adventure panties and get to work. And like we've been talking about, walk up to your fear, walk up to the lion and look it in the eye and turn it into a pussycat. Turn it into a kitten. So you've got to listen to my throat chakra freaking out. You've got to dive into the darkness. Ask Persephone to hold your hand. Ask her to guide you. She goes there every winter. It ain't no big deal anymore, okay? So if you need help with communication within your own own underworld themes, ask for help. Meditation will help you. Meditation will help you to still your mind so that the inspiration can strike. So that's exactly what we taught. We could have used this card yesterday for manifest more inspiration. Meditation can help you, will help you to still your mind so that inspiration can strike. And creative visualization will help you to plan your life's path. So as you focus on what you want, you're using constructive thoughts, you're using positive thoughts, you're using clear visualizations. You are so focused now, you're not going to let anything or anyone sidetrack you. You're not going to let fears and negative emotions and doubts and lions hold you back from manifesting your possibilities. So meditate more, visualize more, use more affirmations all throughout the day, like a psychopath, okay? But that psychopath is going to help you plow the positive way for things to unfold. So affirmations out the ass all day, every day. Now, Black Elder Deva wants to say, I have ancient powers and can bring you abundance and protection. My flowers bring you refreshment in the hot summer, and my berries give you sustenance in the autumn. If you honor me, I will send you many blessings. So it's like, yeah, we're going to go into our underworld themes with Persephone and Black Elder. The old black mother, the old elder mother is like, and I will protect you. I will. I will protect you and bring you blessings. Okay? I won't even just protect you. Things are going to get so, so good. The elder is associated with the white goddess who brings benevolence and healing. So we've got that tree here down on the side of this half circle of the sacred grove. Heal heart and spirit. Heal heart and spirit. So yeah, elder trees, they were planted on farmlands and in gardens to bring good fortune and protection. And yeah, Christianity twisted the elder tree because they say Christ died on a cross made from elder wood, and Judas hung himself from an elder tree. So leave it to Christianity to take a protective tree of the white goddess and just, completely put a evil spin on it. Anyways, elder's awesome. You can use it for sinus troubles, nasal problems. The berries are antiviral. So elder wants us to trust, though. Trust. And all these trees, all this possibilities of adventure and transformation and expansion and rebirth. Elder wants us to trust in the abundance of the world around you. And concentrate, really focus now and concentrate on everything that you want to attract in your life. So if you can monitor your thoughts as close as you can, and every thought say, do I want this or not? If I want it, keep thinking about it. If it's something that I don't want, that would suck terribly, I need to remove it from my headspace. I need to cast it on the Christ within as my stomach's growling. It's like, nom, nom, nom. Give me all that garbage. I will eat it up. And I need to concentrate on everything that I want to attract in my life. How do I use creative visualization? I act and feel as if I already have it. If I want to be a rich, beautiful lady, then I act and I feel like I am a rich, beautiful lady, right? I act as if I already have it. And I give thanks for my many blessings. So elder also will sometimes, come in with an inverse message that says, do not take anything purely at its face value. So really use your intuition and your insight to see anything that's underneath the surface, the complex facets of something. And elder wants us to learn to see the light and shade in everything around you and within you. And that's one of our affirmations this week from our Herb of the Week mugwort. I am body and spirit. I am light and dark. So there is a message of darkness, but there is also a message of integration and transformation and wholeness. So yeah, think about birth and rebirth too. Even in a very physical sense, it's like you're in the darkness and you're being birthed into the light. So communication has black elder and pomegranate beside us. So we kind of are definitely being invited into the mystery. All right, so let's grab the Celtic tree. We'll at least pick our tree. I might have to take a break here. My mom's gonna bring me over some water since we're out of water. We're out of her good drinking water, and I love it so much. So it's like, hey, if the water's on the way, you gotta open up the door and let it in. All right, so Celtic tree to go along with sort of just going into those shadow areas maybe within ourselves. It might not be that dark at this point, okay? Like I feel like a lot of y'all, a lot of me, a lot of times, I think a lot of us have done a lot of our work, and our darkness isn't as pitch black as it used to be. So don't be, thinking like, well, it's just a little shady there. Do I really need to do that healing? Yeah, you do. You got to go everywhere now. You got to know every facet of yourself. You got to know every corner, every dark corner. And yeah, if you haven't gone way deep, deep, deep into the underworld of you, Persephone is saying it is time to do that. It is time to open up those lines of communication, and it will lead to your transformation, your expansion, your birth and rebirth. Okay, so let's pull our Celtic tree, and we'll just see which one wanted to fall out of the center there. That is our last card for today from the trees. It is Blackthorn. Well, that makes perfect freaking sense. The trees are funny. So it's like, listen, yeah. And I'm like trying to be like, hey, it's not that dark. It's not that scary. And then Blackthorn's like, the hell it isn't. Some of those aspects of you are black. But you know what? Here's the cool thing about the Blackthorn. It's protective. So it's like saying, it's fine. I will protect you. And you can go down to down, down, down. And this is number 14. So 1 plus 4 is 5. This is a number of change. And so that is perfect to come under birth, rebirth, communication, change, right? So we have this now to complete our sacred grove of trees. This is by far the coolest tree layout that has ever been on this table. And it just happened. It totally just happened. So Blackthorn, it's got these beautiful white blossoms on it. So that to me reaffirms as well that it's like darkness into light. We are birthing into the light. Black thorns. From black thorns come these white angelic blossoms. Blackthorn is all about protection, boundaries, fate, strife, negation, outside influences, disruption. And remember, black elder and pomegranate were like, don't let anything distract you. Don't let anything disrupt you from focusing on what you want. It is so important right now for you to focus on what you want humanity to be and what you want your life to be. And it don't matter how crazy things get on the outside, your job is to stay focused on the inside. Blackthorn is all about learning from challenges, right? That's why we got that adventure card reversed. You son of a gun. Learning from challenges, learning from our adventures. We don't have problems, we have adventures. Drawing on spiritual strength, new direction or opportunity, and renewal. So Blackthorn really does have a lot of good messages for us. And yeah, I'm going to break when my mom gets here. She only lives 10 minutes up the road, so she'll be here soon. I am going to break, but when we come back, we'll really take our time and see what Blackthorn might say. It does say if you get it, you might be in need of protection. So that to me does say, yeah, we are a little freaked out and scared to dive into our darkness, but that's why we have Persephone, and that's why we have our elder mother, and now we have Blackthorn too. Ooh, I just got angel chills up my spine and down my legs. Yeah, we are so protected. The trees, and that's why even the trees laid themselves out in this sacred grove, right? We are surrounded and protected. We are surrounded and protected and guided and protected. We should really be feeling pretty okay. Pretty okay right now to go ahead and do what we need to do. So the totems with the Blackthorn, they are the Grim Reaper, the Scapegoat, the Vulture, right? Those are the totems. So yeah, it kind of is like doing, maybe the end of a cycle, maybe letting go of the old, the Grim Reaper, The vulture, here to clean up the mess a little bit. The deities and guides are Pluto, Seth of Egypt, Hades, which is hilarious. Isn't that so funny now? Hades is with Blackthorn because Persephone is with Pomegranate. That's awesome. The crone aspect of the goddess, and that is also awesome because Black Elder is, the elder mother, the crone aspect of the goddess. And so Blackthorn is really here to tie in these messages is that Pomegranate and Black Elder brought in, about us expanding our consciousness is. That's just too fun for me to do. All right, so anything else I want to say? Blackthorn shares the 12th lunation with Reed, but represents different themes and energies. Okay, that's hilarious to me. So we are really being asked so much by our tree guides to notice the different themes and energies in our life. Okay, so now you can't play dumb anymore. You can't play ignorant or blind, not one more minute. You've got, as I snap at my dog to just wait for 1 minute before she chews her bone, you've got to notice the reoccurring themes in your life. What you need healed, what you need to communicate, what you need to transmute. There ain't no more playing dumb. You got to clean up you got to clean it up and heal it, rebirth it, transmute it, communicate to it, take action, whatever it is, this challenge or adventure theme is requiring of you. Do the work, dive into the darkness, and then focus on the light. Focus on you want. Focus on coming back from the darkness. Focus on your rebirth, and allow yourself the expansion, the new beginning, the new possibilities that this little bit of a challenging adventure has opened up for you. So Blackthorn's main question is this: how do we deal with seemingly negative situations? How do we deal with seemingly negative situations? Do we see them as purposeful? Can you see the blessings in your lessons? Can you see the good in the challenge? Can you see the benefit from the adventure? Can you see your negative situations as purposeful? Blackthorn also wants us to ask ourselves, does it matter how we approach them? Does it matter? Blackthorn's like, you bet your ass it does. Does it matter how we approach them? A difficult and disruptive period often marks the beginning, and we got the beginning tree, often marks the beginning of a necessary deep change. We face the death of another year of life as we approach winter. This tree gives us clues on how to best go through difficult times and hard challenges. Blackthorn advises us to make adversary forces our allies. Adversarial. There's always one word that makes me seem like I've never talked before. Like adversary forces, like challenging forces. Blackthorn advises us to make adversarial forces our allies. So I love that question. I love it. Can we see our negative situations as purposeful? So it's like any type of challenge, adventure, whatever you want to call it, any type of bullshit we've had, can we see the fact that that was purposeful? that helped us see something. Maybe it made us aware of something. It helped bring the attention of that reoccurring theme to the forefront. There was a purpose to it. Yeah, it was definitely something that we would label as negative. However, there was a purpose to it. So Blackthorn is saying, take some time right now, push pause, and think about and be honest about what are the reoccurring themes and energies that need to be healed in your heart and spirit. Think about them right now, because it is time to draw on some spiritual strength. It's time to learn from these challenges. And it's time to open up a new direction and opportunity for our own renewal and our own rebirth. So when you get Blackthorn in a reading, you are in need of protection. So we've got Persephone, we've got Blackthorn, we've got Black Elder Mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Energetically, the spike-like thorns of this tree can help, especially when you visualize a blackthorn thicket springing up around you to shield you. So if you feel like in these turbulent times you need extra protection so that you can maintain your bubble of positivity and healing, visualize a blackthorn thicket all around you. The thorns, ain't nobody gonna come at you, honey. This tree can help you set clear, strong boundaries about what and whom you will let in and what and whom you will not. So there really is this message from our tree guides today to be selective of who and what you let in. Specifically, your thoughts. Okay, think of all of your thoughts as people. I mean, some of those thoughts, people are creeps, right? Some of the thoughts that we think, if they were manifested as a person, you would not let that bully into your house. You would not let that scary thought into your house. See what I mean? It's like you got to start being very selective of what thoughts you entertain and what thoughts you leave outside of the blackthorn thicket of protection. Okay, so really start to maintain your head space very selectively. Although you may not have a choice about what is happening in your life, you do have a choice about how you relate to any challenges. Your perspective is your choice. So drawing this tree can remind you to choose the equanimity that will help you move through these difficult times. So blackthorn is like saying, hey, choose calmness. All these blue trees, choose calmness, okay? See the purposefulness in the challenges and choose calmness, because that is what you want to manifest in your life. You are in a process of growing your character. If you are never challenged, you are unlikely to grow. For this reason, you can look at opposition and adversarial forces as allies, right? They are purposeful. Your difficulties are your teachers, and your negative situations bring lessons to learn. When one door closes, another opens. So it's like when you're growing herbs or trees or flowers or whatever, your sproutlings need the wind. So much so that sometimes if you're growing things inside, you'll put a fan to blow air on the little sapling to get it stronger. So your challenges are like, your personal winds of challenging changes that help you become stronger in character. So Blackthorn is telling you that it is time for some heavy duty changes. Heavy duty changes. Like this is a birth and a rebirth. Like bam, bam. Heavy duty changes. So it's definitely time for you to grow, to transform, to birth, rebirth. Hell, these themes, they keep coming back again and again and again. And in order to grow, you are being asked to let go of people and situations, as well as self-defeating beliefs and attitudes. So you might not be able to change others or the situation that you are in, but you can change yourself, and you can change your thoughts. And if you change the thoughts that you think, you will change the circumstances around you, because your perception of them is going to change. So it is a time to let go of the need for revenge. It is time to let go of a need of lashing out or any type of destructive behavior towards yourself or other. You need to let go. You let go of animosity. You let go of judgment and resentment. You let go. I cast this burden of resentment on the Christ within, and I go free. You let go of habits that are not working for you. You know what's working for you and what's not. You know it. And if it ain't working for you anymore, you let it go. Your negativity is not working for you. Your judgment, your animosity, your resentment, your destructive behaviors, they are not working for you. They are working against you. And now you let them go. You ask your guides for support and spiritual strength. You can ask the trees. You can ask blackthorn, black elder, or pomegranate. You can ask your angels. You can ask your higher self. Ask your guides for support and spiritual strength. They are here for you and will answer your need, but you have to ask. They cannot help you without your invitation. They would never interfere with your free will. We have free will. Earth is a free will planet. So you must ask for help. No one's going to come in and help you without you asking. If you want the advice of an ascended master, you must ask. I know it sounds silly if you're not used to praying. If you've already been a person of prayer your whole life, and you already know how to ask. But for most of us, asking is like a new thing. Right? Like all my Tarian sisters, God forbid we would ever ask for help, right? With anything. But now is the point on our spiritual adventure. I just got to call it an adventure. With that adventure tree here, I've got to. With our spiritual expansion, with this new beginning, this new rebirth, this new really, really heavy-duty work now. We are letting go of what does no longer serve us. It's time for us to ask for help. Even just, let's say your higher self. That's you, honey. That's you. So go ahead and ask you, your higher self for help. Start there. Start there. Ask for help. Now, the reversed meaning, which I feel is important for us to talk about, is if we've been dwelling on difficulties and letting it overcome us. So if we've been dwelling on the negative thoughts, if we've been dwelling on Walmart, if we've been dwelling on the bad stuff of the world, if we've been dwelling on our challenges and difficulties, we're not seeing them as adventures and learning opportunities. And we've been feeling overwhelmed. We've been letting it overcome us. Blackthorn wants to say it is possible that you are feeding the negative by your words, thoughts, and actions. And remember, y'all, we did get the action tree. So it is time for us to quit feeding the darkness and start to feed the light. Quit feeding the hate and start to feed the love. Quit feeding the negative with our words, thoughts, and actions and start to feed the positive. That's why literally it's going to be my full-time job to read my affirmations out loud at least 3 times a day. I'm saying to myself right now, at least 3 times a day. The joker inside of me is saying 3 times an hour. All right, so if this is the case, and you'll know because you're going to be honest with yourself, if this is the case, the negativity in this situation can only increase. If you are feeding the negative, if you're talking about the problem, if you're thinking about the problem, if you're only trying to clean up the problem because you're focused on the problem, the negative is going to increase. You're feeding the negativity and it will grow. It's like you're giving Miracle Grow to the weed in your garden, to the one that you don't want in the garden. You're nourishing the weed. Knock it off. If you focus on what you don't like or what you don't want, you only get more. So what you focus on grows. We should pretty much understand this completely, and we do, but now it's time to put it into action. It's time to walk our talk. It's time to take all our studies, all our lessons, and start acting like we've learned it, like we've learned something, right? Right? All right, so Blackthorn says, you have the opportunity to turn things around. And I love that, like, essentially what this layout, it's a half circle, it's a half a wheel, right? We have the possibility to get this wheel moving, to turn it around. What do we need to do? Focus on the positive, or at least get to the neutral. Okay, if you've been negatively oriented and you can't quite jump to being positively focused, at least get neutral. At least let it go. Flossie gave us such a powerful affirmation. I cast this burden on the Christ within and I go free. I cast this burden on the Christ within and I go neutral. I go free. I cut the cords. I cut the chains. This heavy burden, this heavy duty burden, I've been lugging it around. My shoulders are aching. My arms are tired. I just drop it. I cast it away. I go free. Sometimes all we can do is weather the storm. So batten down the hatches. Remember, your attitude is everything. Are you blaming others? Are you? One of my favorite songs on my Spotify playlist is all about blaming others. And I was thinking I should delete it, but I won't. I won't ever delete this song. It's just so good. But when I listen to it now, I do laugh because, I know that really everything is me. But I love this song. It's called Who's to Blame. Look it up. Who's to Blame. And the artist is M-O-W-E. M-O-W-E. Who's to Blame. Well, you are, honey. You're to blame. But in the song, we're blaming everybody else. So are you blaming others? Blackthorn is laughing at that song, saying, yeah, that's an awesome song. But just so at the end of the day, we all know that self-responsibility is the way out of difficulty. So yeah, we can dance around, we can point fingers, and we can say, who's to blame but you? But really, it's all about self-responsibility. And that is what will help us out of our, quote, difficulties, our, quote, reversed adventures. So, the message is, very simply, change yourself. Change yourself. Become what you want to be. Create the world you want to live in. Forgiveness is a place to begin. I know it. And I knew that over a year ago when I did A Course in Miracles, I thought, if you don't start forgiving people, you might as well just quit, because you're just creating just madness for yourself in your mind. So there it is, y'all. Change yourself. Become what you want to be. Create the world you want to live in. Only focus on what you want. Let go of the negativities. Forgive. 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 It's time. It's time. All right, so let's end with an attunement from Blackthorn. I am the strong and impenetrable Blackthorn. I challenge you to see any difficulty you may be experiencing as an opportunity to let go of a pattern that is harmful to you or is holding you back from growth and maturity. You may resist, but the sooner you look to your own attitudes and beliefs, the sooner you can get on with your life. When you run into trouble, look into your own mind, heart, and soul. Put your attention on what you are learning and what is required of you. Seek the higher road. Apply patience and be kind to yourself and others. Breathe deeply and know that this too shall pass. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? I mean, it's awesome, but like the tree guides are just saying, yeah, here comes round 2, round 3, round whatever, 22, fight. No, don't fight anymore, but this too shall pass. We're going to get another storm, okay? The trees are just letting us know there's another storm coming, but this too shall pass, okay? So your attitude is everything. You can't really change the world outwardly so much, but what you can do is change inwardly. And changing inwardly magically changes outwardly. It's just so screwy, but that's the way the universe works. If you want to change anything outside of yourself, it's an inside job. You change your attitude, you change your thoughts, you change your perceptions, you change your focus, you change your manifestation by changing your vibration. So anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me in the trees, all about rebirth, transformation, possibilities, going into the underworld, doing our healing work, taking that reversed adventure and seeing the purpose in it and seeing the learning and taking the expansion. We are protected. We are guided. Thank you, Persephone, Elder Mother, Blackthorn. That is great assurance. That is great. Ooh, do you feel the protection? Do you feel it? You can do this. This is what you came here for. The ending is not an ending. The ending is a beginning. So anyways, that's why we got birth and rebirth. Thank you so much for this communication today with the trees. I really appreciated it. I really, really do, because it's time for us. It is time for us. Seriously, folks, the ones that we have been waiting for, it's us. It's us. It's you. It is you. So anyways, take it. Take this message and do your work and heal your heart and heal your spirit. It's time for you to be reborn into the person you want to be.